Good afternoon, everybody. This is Jackie Musime Kyoguru, aka JMK, and welcome to Real Talk. Happy Sunday, everyone. Today we're going to talk about behavior. This is basically the way one acts or conducts oneself, especially towards others, or we can look at it in a way in which a person behaves in response to a particular situation. And there are 4 different basic types of communication behavior. There's the aggressive behavior, which can be defined as an unplanned act of anger in which the aggressor intends to hurt somebody or something. Then there's the assertive behavior, which I can look at as confidence in a way. When you're sure of something and can confidently speak about it with perseverance, but ensuring that no one is offended or hurt as you're trying to get your point forward. This is also being open with your feelings, especially when you know that it is helpful to the company or individual. Then there's the passive behavior. Those are the shy people who do not take action, but basically instead hide behind certain things to try to get their point forward. Such people, we cannot really blame such people because we can say that maybe this kind of behavior was caused because of either child abuse, neglect, harsh punishment, substance abuse, and a low self-esteem. So then there's the passive aggressive. These ones are normally very, very tricky, stubborn people who tend to engage in indirect expression of hostility through acts such as subtle insults, stubbornness, or a deliberate failure to accomplish a required task. You know, there are those people who they want to be aggressive, but they're scared of coming out, so they use different kinds of ways to bring their point out. But now let's talk about how we should behave with our workmates, with our loved ones, with our colleagues, with strangers, according to Christ, in a Christ-like way, okay? One thing that we should not do is gossip. One of the behaviors that is really hard, first of all, to get rid of is gossip, because sometimes it is really juicy to listen to, but it's not a right way to behave. When we're at work, we should try our level best not to spend as much time on social media than do the things that have taken us to work. Don't lie to make yourself look good. Some of us love to lie to our bosses or to lie to our loved ones to make ourselves look good when we're actually not that person. Coming late for appointments, any kind of appointment. If you have an appointment with a friend, if you have an appointment with a boss, if you have an appointment with a loved one, try your level best to keep time. I think that's one of the qualities that my dad put in all of us, because he is, and he has always been such a timekeeper. So it kind of like was instilled in all of us, and I think it's a good thing, although sometimes can be a bit irritating when you're dealing with people who actually don't respect time. Shouting at your colleagues, shouting at your loved ones, shouting at your children, shouting at anybody around you, a stranger, is something that we shouldn't be doing. Being violent or abusive, you know, it's amazing how, especially people, friends that I know who leave the country and maybe go abroad, they think that it's so cool to use foul language, and it's so like, it's the in thing, but I think it's such a turn off to most people, because it is sometimes it is insulting. So abusive language, foul language is not a way that we should think that is the best way to express ourselves. Being hypocrites. Why do we have to be hypocrites? Be yourself. Let somebody see you and say, okay, this is Jackie, this is Jason, this is who they are. As in, we don't need to double think their behavior, they are straight up. Then, it is a very bad thing to respond when you're angry. Sometimes we blurt out things when we're angry, and it is very hard for us to take those words back. And the best way, which sometimes is very hard, but the best way is to like take off time. Maybe you lock yourself in the room, calm down, and then react. One thing that we should also try not to do is interrupt when someone is talking. because it is respectful for us to listen more. Some of us love speaking more than listening, so it's important for us not to interrupt when people are speaking. Try to control yourself. Have a bit of self-control in certain things. There are certain things that people do to us, and you feel like you need to just come out and do something, you know? Or self-control in different ways, sexually, emotionally, physically. We need to try our level best to see that we control ourselves. We also need to be mindful of people's different backgrounds, different values, different norms, and try to ensure that we don't offend others. Because maybe you may think that, oh, you're better than this one. No. We need to respect everybody. We need to be kind to one another. Just be kind. You lose nothing by being kind to everybody around you, okay? Learn to be sensitive and ensure that people's feelings are not hurt. Learn to interact honestly. The reason why I put honestly is because we have people who come into our lives and they tend to they have their own motives, okay? And their own intentions. And it's very hurtful when you actually come to realize that these people were just there for another reason other than to be your friend. Be open to new ideas. Some of us feel like we're very rigid. We don't want to change. We feel like the way that we are doing things is the way that we should do things. We need to be open to new ideas. We should avoid statements that generalize certain groups of people, especially tribalistic. And I think this happens a lot in Africa. Or even maybe give an example, in Uganda, we have a way of saying, oh, Banyankole are very arrogant. Oh, Baganda are hypocrites. Oh, Basoga are this and that. Oh, Batoro are slow. So we need to try our level best to stop generalizing people because it can be painful in the way that it comes out. We need to learn to use powerful words every day. What does it hurt you to say thank you? To say I love you? To say well done? To say you're the best? Oh my God, you're so awesome. Today, for example, my son woke up, my baby. He woke up and he was doing the chores in the house and he decided to just go overboard. He washed the dishes, he cleaned the car, he cleaned outside, really, why would it hurt me to say, Jason, today, you are so awesome, you're the best? Because he did something, he did things that he was not supposed to do, but he decided to do them. So you say thank you, you say you're the best, make somebody feel good today. So as we get out today, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, try your level best to be that person that Christ would love you to be. Behave in a way that you would even feel proud at the end of the day that you have behaved that way, because why are we here on earth? To love one another, to care for one another, and to make people feel special. I love you all. This is Real Talk.